Wanted to do a quick update. Something I noticed here. They gave me a loaner vehicle because I had to take my car in for a repair to one of the soft closed doors. Now, before I start, I do want to say that this used to be their entry. They now have the CLA. It's a C-Class. I don't expect much of anything, but after all the bitching that I was doing about the horrible in-car entertainment system, I am currently sat in a 2020 C-Class. So, I am hoping, well, I'm not hoping, I've already experienced it. It's fucking worse. I was upset to see that they haven't fixed literally anything. So, we don't need the ignition on. I'm just sitting in the passenger seat. Let's
which is something that I
turn that. All right, so that's one thing that has improved. You can now press on this, and it mutes out the volume, but doesn't turn off the head unit. So that's really nice. And they gave it a power button now. And I think I actually do prefer that. They've gotten rid of the redundant home and back buttons. But this is not a trackpad. This doesn't do anything. So remember that trackpad in my E63? That's gone. It's not here. So you just have this guy right here, and the top isn't a trackpad either. So you've lost all ability to draw or write or anything here. But you still have this. This part is good. They've gotten rid of something. I don't mind them getting rid of something redundant, but losing the ability to draw is kind of a pain in the dick. But one thing I do want to point out that is unbelievably fucking infuriating. I don't mind blank buttons. I understand that it's a cost-cutting measure. They don't want to have, like, custom parts for individual things and all this. So blank buttons are fine. What I don't like are disingenuous buttons that are labeled. So, for example, not only is the Navi button here for navigation map, it is pressable. It's not, like, blocked in the back or something like that. And you'll notice it doesn't do shit. Disregard the fact that this car is $60,000, still has pressed plastic everywhere, and, like, you can... What the fuck is this? Like, I'm lightly pressing. Listen. What? Why? What kind of shoddy-ass build quality? And then, on top of that, this doesn't have the nice feel that it does in the S-Class and the E-Class, but it looks the exact same. So in my mind, like, I would just assume it would be just cheaper just to have the one part. I don't get that. But what the fuck is this? That's so damn dumb. Over here, they've changed the steering wheel. You still have two home buttons here. You still have these swipe pads that do things over here. So that's fine. More traditional analog gear gauge layout with the center LCD display. But the part that I'm most curious about, can we set the temperature to metric? Negative. Not at all. We can set units. We can't set temperature. I don't understand why they don't allow this. This is the stupidest fucking thing. This is so much worse. But it's a lot less money, so it's not the end of the world. But this is ridiculous. Oh, by the way, how do you change the radio? Forwards and backwards. At least in the just as bad previous vehicle, you had the one button that you'd press, and it would bring up the, swipe, scroll, whatever. But you would have to physically use this every time. Oh, God. Why is there no quick way? Oh, and it's not on the wheel either, by the way. You'll notice there's no quick left, quick right. By the way, this car is covered in smudge marks. How did they make this worse? I don't under-fucking-stand. I really don't. I love my E63 and the way it drives, and I'm starting to like it a tiny bit more because I'm driving it like an idiot. But this is fucking horrible. Like, how does this get past? There's got to be people who've complained about this lack of changing fucking radio station. The infotainment is absolutely horrible. And, like, how hard is it to just have a blank button? Or just not have the button? I just don't understand. Just so frustrating to me.